parties unknown used AK-47s to attack the transformers of that facility.
So there have been a number of reports at the Wall Street Journal, New York Times, and alleging that we somehow suppressed this attack. That is just dead wrong. Dead wrong.
Top former energy official claims an attack on an American power grid was terrorism.
The substations are important parts of our national grid, but they're completely unprotected.
We have 5 major threats that make our grid extremely vulnerable that we've presented to congressional officials. They hear what we're saying, but they don't want to take action.
It became a highly classified matter. Our enemies had this information, but the American people didn't have it.
Well, that's the problem, because no one understands they're doing a cover-up.
Well, there are 18 critical infrastructures in the United States. All 17 depend on electricity. If the electricity grid goes down for days merging into weeks, you're back in the 1880s pre-electricity.
If our grid goes down, you can't cook, you're not going to heat, you can't run any of your medical supplies, you can't talk on your phone, you can't take money out of a bank.
If this happens, the system stops.
The cyber attacks were in the energy sector.
To come in and take out a large part of our infrastructure.
Sophisticated hack on a U.S. public utility.
People in the power industry are afraid to come forward for loss of their job and repercussion.
Hundreds of millions of lives, literally, are at risk if the electric power grid fails for a protracted period. Yet there is no federal agency, not the FERC, not the President, not the Congress, no one has the authority right now, to order the electric power industry to protect itself to avoid the catastrophic consequences that we've been describing that could kill 9 of 10 Americans.
We're really being taken over by a corporate agenda rather than a public agenda. We know what the solutions are. They're not expensive. We just need the political will to do it and the follow-through on the part of the electric utilities to get it done.
And the utilities have a lot of money and a lot of lobbying power. They've done everything they could to water down the regulations, specifications, and standards. It's understandable from their part. They don't have to spend money, and they can hand off the problem to the rest of us if the worst occurs.
The worst could occur without power to our nuclear power plants.
We didn't realize the potential about power grid outages to nuclear plants. We could have hundreds like Fukushima at the same time.
And for all those politicians and people in Congress, senators, congressmen, they should be out if they're not supporting this, I think, the most important security issue in our nation today.